Hey folks, doing another unboxing slash organizational video, this time for Clank Legacy Acquisitions Incorporated 2, Darkest Magic. This is the second Clank Legacy game. This just showed up a couple days ago. I did open it up, I did organize it, I did punch stuff, I did sleeve what I could sleeve. So let's just dive into it. So I had I did get everything. So I did have a separate box that had a hat and a little kitty cat plushie. There was a sheet of stickers that had nothing to do with it. I mean, it has to do with the game, but it's not used in the game. It's just stickers of the characters you can use to for whatever. There was also some promo cards in there, and you'll see that in here. Only one of the promo cards in that deck is to be used with this game. The rest of the promo cards are to be used. Some of them go to the first Clank Legacy, and some of them are just for the base Clank game. There are some foil cards, I believe, that can be swapped out, but I think those are all for the first Clank Legacy game as well. I think there's only one card that actually is meant to be put into Clank Legacy 2, and not immediately. It doesn't come in until game 2. But I'll show you that card when we get to it there. Let's go ahead and open this up. Alright, so here's the sticker sheet that came in that separate box. You can see it's just the characters and such. I do want to show under the lid of the box there are sleeves that are glued to the lid of the box. Not sure what they're used for yet, but they're there. This also came in that box. This is the dual layer health tracker, so kind of nice. You'll notice that there are the normal 4 colors, and then there's the 2 extra colors for up to 6 players. I believe the more than 4 players is only meant after you finish the campaign, and you do need I think it's the upper management pack, comes with the extra cubes and in the various colors to add the 2 other players. So you do need the additional expansion in order to make use of the 2 bottom, the orange and the gray. Then we have, excuse me. Then we have our little, welcoming message. They did this for the first game as well. A bunch of little flavor text, etc., etc. Read this page before looking through anything else in the box. Sort of goes overview of what's in here, what not to look in, etc. And then at in the next page at the very top, before your first game, it tells you to do some things. And then you can set up, you can see all the spots for the stickers. It pretty much plays exactly like you would expect Clank to play. Or how the first game played, essentially. Or Clank Legacy 1, as well as the base normal Clank. Some of the new stuff. There's always active text that's in purple. So some cards will have text in purple, and that means it's always active. That could be a monster in the monster row, or a contract, or a card that you have laid out in front of you. Runestones is a new legacy component. The normal stuff. You can scratch. So there's point stickers now. You're going to be stickering cards, and you could reduce the point values of the cards. They make a point in several sections to say you should not sticker over stuff that's on the card. So for instance, if you were to apply a negative point sticker to a card, you don't cover up like the green point in the top right. You just put it below it so that you know that you would take the green points, the number that's listed in that green point marker, and then subtract 1 from it, or 2, or whatever, however many stickers are below there. Same thing with, there's ways to sort of like mark a card as it's your card. You might get a benefit from it. You never sticker over somebody else's mark. You just keep adding to the side of it. Dragon attacks work the same way. You will be scratching stuff off. So there's a whole section here on scratching stuff off on cards. I don't know if there's... I actually didn't open up the map board, so I don't know if there's anything to scratch off on the map. There are certain conditions for when you can scratch stuff off. Some cards will tell you when they can. Otherwise, whenever you mark a card, so you put one of your stickers on the card, you get to scratch off one of the boxes on them. They go through an example turn. Contracts work a little differently now. Contracts, you can fail a contract at different... Well, I guess you could fail the other contracts too. But it's more notable. You're going to check off boxes on the contracts and follow the directions as you go through them. Each player has their own little points of interest markers now, so that's kind of nice. Milestones. Marks and reputation, so this is marking cards, and then you can see there's a whole ton of different directions on how that's going to evolve. Danger zone. So something interesting about this is we start on the bottom of the map now instead of the top of the map, so you're going to be expanding upwards. Scoring similar. End of the campaign game is very similar to how it was for the first Clank. I'm assuming this is how to play the game after you've finished your campaign. The sticker for that, maybe. Maybe not. Reference guide. Plenty of spots for stickers. Here is the dragon tracker, along with the health tracker. You put your market items up here. There is no lodge, I think is what it was called in the first game, that you can sticker to add bonuses. At least not yet. And the back of this, nothing on the back of it. Got the Book of Secrets. This is what you're going to be looking through. Here is one punchboard punchboard sheet. I punched out all the stuff I needed. I did not punch out the coins because I have the metal coins. We have the mission reports, very similar to how the first game, the first game was set up. Looks like 12 games. Here's the board. Don't see anything. So you can kind of see. We start down here. This is the bottom of the board. We're going to expand upwards. You can kind of see the opposite side of the board, Wonderland. I don't want to show too much of that yet. All right. Each player has a journal. So there's 4 characters here. Everybody's going to pick a character. You're going to put your name, personal journal of. Open to the first page. It gives you a little backstory, their likes, their dislikes. You can add notes, and then through the rest of it is entries you're going to read. Personal entries that you unlock. And on the back is your milestones that you're going to sticker on the back, and then you can see, you know, after this game, I read X, I read Y, I read Z, etc., etc. So each character is like that. Each character has their own book. Nice, hefty sheet of stickers. Not sheet, but envelope. And there's a lot of stickers in here. Then we have the token sheet. This feels like maybe 2 or 3 sheets of tokens of various sizes. And then we have all the other stuff. We have our minis over here. Of course, we have the dragon. I have all the tokens in baggies. All these baggies came with the game. Sort of sorted it as best I could. Here's some of the metal coins. Denominations of 1, 5s, and 10s. This is a set of 4 coins that came with... there was a separate box of like Kickstarter exclusives or whatever. These are supposed to be used to do your not marking, scratching off of cards. We have the dragon bag. That's where all the cubes are going to go in. We have each player color: red, yellow, blue, and green with the character ring. We have the black dragon cubes. We have a box that has, these are going to be boss fights. Not opening that yet. This is the file cabinet. This is where you get to sort of save stuff from game to game. In here's the Cardporium. Whole deck of cards. Not sleeved at the moment. Each over here is each player has a card deck box. I did sleeve these cards. So this is, I think there was a option of at least 4 or 5 different sleeve backs you could get. I chose the one for the dragon eye looking through the window. But each deck is unique in terms of, you can see there's scratch-offs spots, right? Each of these are different for each character of what's under here. For all these burgles, stumbles, scramble. There's a burgle that doesn't have anything on here. But I just noticed. Oh, it's up top. That's pretty cool. The scratch off is up top. You can see it says burgle, but you're going to scratch that off, I would imagine. So anyways, the sleeve cards, they fit into the boxes. Here is another box of cards. I don't know what this is. I've not opened it yet. I wasn't instructed to yet, so I'm not doing it. All the packs of sleeves that I have remaining unopened. And then here's what I have left over from the one I opened. Here we have promo cards. This is the promo pack for the first Clank Legacy, and so these are to be used for the first Clank Legacy only. Here's the other deck of cards that came in with promos, and this board meeting card is the card that will be used in this game, but only, I can't remember if it's during Game 2 or after Game 2. Because it'll discuss how to mark cards in Game 2, I'm assuming. And this is the card that goes in there. Other than that, all the rest of these cards are to be used for the first Clank Legacy or one of the base games of Clank. Let's see. Let me get all this in here, back sort of in here. And I'll show you some of the cards here. So this is the let's show you some of the, this is just some of the cards. So here's scratch off down here. This is the normal, you know, scratch off for here, scratch off way at the bottom here, another scratch off at the bottom, scratch off in the middle, scratch off for victory points in the top right, victory points, resource, victory points. Almost every card has something to scratch off, even the monsters down here at the bottom. Monster. different arrive text scratch off, maybe another attack it does, or something else it takes to kill it. Big scratch off piece there. So that's some of the cards for the adventure row, and then we have, you used to just have mercenaries, but now you have mercenaries and longswords, and they're mixed up. You also have employee handbooks with scratched off stuff. When you acquire it, you can pay 2 experience to scratch off the box and see what it is. These are all different, from what I understand. Then you have the normal explorers. And where is the goblin? There's the goblin. You have the goblin to, you can always fight for $1 for 2 swords. And so I sort of put those back to back here. Get this in here. So this is all going to have to come out of here eventually at some point as we start sleeving more cards. I did not look under the insert because I want to be surprised if there's something under there. I don't think there was for the first game, but you never know. But yeah, that is Clank Legacy 2. Pretty excited to play this. Might be a little while though, because we have to finish. We started a second game of the first Clank Legacy with a new player. So we got to go through that first, and then we'll get involved in this one. Get the lid back on here. Yep. I think that was all the extra stuff too. Metal coins, sleeves. Oh, the one thing I did not get, there were metal cubes. You could get metal cubes instead of the wooden cubes. I just felt that would be putting dents into the board and into the cardboard as they were tossed around, because we don't gingerly place our clank in the clank area. We toss it across the board. So felt that might not be the best of things to do, and just kept it at the wooden cubes. But anyways, that is the unboxing / organization for Clank Legacy Acquisitions Incorporated 2, Darkest Magic. Thanks for watching.